In the dusty heart of Iraq, buried beneath layers of forgotten history, archaeologists uncovered something completely shocking. A simple-looking clay jar, but inside, a copper tube, an iron rod, and a mystery that electrified the imagination of scientists for decades. Could this be a battery? Was there electricity in the ancient world? And if so, what was it used for? Hello, friends. My name is Max, and you are on the Lostavia channel, a place where we dive deep into the secrets of the past and mysterious ancient technologies. Today's episode will leave you absolutely astonished. We're going to explore a relic that challenges everything we thought we knew about the history of electricity. Is it possible that electricity was discovered not by Edison, but by ancient civilizations over 2,000 years ago? In 1936, near modern-day Baghdad, workers stumbled upon a strange burial site near the village of Kujit, once part of the mighty Parthian Empire. Among scattered artifacts was one clay vessel, quietly hiding a secret that would send ripples through the world of science. That vessel ended up in the Baghdad Museum, where Austrian archaeologist Wilhelm Koenig took a closer look and was stunned. Inside the jar, a rolled copper cylinder, and within it, an iron rod, all sealed with bitumen. It looked less like an ancient container and more like a technological device. But what kind? Koenig dared to propose an outrageous idea. This might be a primitive galvanic cell, a battery. The academic world split. Some mocked it as fantasy. Others began to wonder. What if the ancients truly knew more than we give them credit for? Standing just 13 centimeters tall, the clay vessel hides a configuration surprisingly similar to a modern battery. Copper, iron, bitumen insulation. This was not a random assembly. It was functional, intentional. When filled with an acidic liquid like vinegar or lemon juice, this device generates electricity. Small, but real, 0.5 to 1 volt. Enough to trigger a chemical reaction. Enough to open doors to a forgotten science. This was long before Volta, long before modern chemistry. And yet the Baghdad Battery seemed to obey the same laws. But if this was a source of power, where were the devices it powered? The wires? The lights? That absence only deepened the mystery. One plausible theory: these batteries were used for electroplating, applying thin layers of gold or silver onto metal objects. It would have been revolutionary, but we have yet to find definitive items showing such techniques. Some propose medical uses, electric therapy perhaps. Others suggest it played a ritual role, creating sparks or subtle light to awe ancient worshippers. And then the truly wild ideas: extraterrestrials, time travelers, the full spectrum of fringe science. Mainstream scholars remain skeptical. They argue it was a scroll container, not a battery. No tools, no instructions, no evidence of widespread electrical use. Just a few jars and a lot of imagination. Still, even skeptics admit there's something strangely advanced about this object. Since Koenig's publication in 1938, replicas of the Baghdad Battery have been built and tested across the world. With lemon juice, the cells really do produce voltage. Some were even strong enough to light a diode. Despite the excitement, science points out critical flaws. The vessel wasn't sealed well enough for long-term use. No signs of acid residues. Too little power for practical applications. Perhaps this was never meant to be a battery. And yet, the idea continues to spark curiosity. The Baghdad Battery has become a symbol of lost wisdom, hidden technologies, forbidden history. It sits alongside the Antikythera mechanism, the Dendera lights, and other artifacts that hint at advanced ancient knowledge. Though likely misunderstood, the battery inspired engineers, authors, and students. It's featured in games, films, books. Even today, it is recreated in classrooms to explain electrochemistry. What if electricity had been embraced 2,000 years ago? Would Rome have glowed with electric light? Would humanity have reached the stars centuries earlier? Dear viewer and fellow explorer of the unknown, what's your take on the Baghdad Battery? Was it a primitive power cell lost to time? A tool for sacred rituals? Or maybe a misunderstood relic of ancient science? Could it have been used for electroplating, healing, or even lighting up forgotten temples? Or is it something far more mysterious, something we still can't fully explain? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your theory in the comments. What do you believe this object really was? And more importantly, what does its existence suggest about what ancient civilizations knew and what we may have forgotten? If something like this existed over 2,000 years ago, what other technologies might still be buried in the sands of history? Your feedback means a lot. It helps me shape the future of this channel and choose which enigmas to uncover next. Are you drawn more to ancient technology, forbidden knowledge, lost science? Let me know below. I read every comment and your curiosity guides the journey. Was the Baghdad Battery a real tool or just an accident? Modern analysis still can't answer that with certainty. And perhaps that's the point. We yearn to know that the ancients were just like us, dreamers, tinkerers, inventors. And perhaps they were. This artifact may never power a machine, but it powers something else, our imagination. And sometimes that's the most important current of all. If you enjoyed this journey into ancient science and forgotten history, please support the channel. Like this video, share it with someone who loves ancient mysteries, and most of all, subscribe to Lostavia for more incredible discoveries. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay curious.